Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. Unisa is the first and only institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride, and the first public university in the world to exclusively teach by means of distance education, an ever-changing dynamic university with a global reach. Unisa's history spans the entire modern history of South Africa, opening up a world of academic study opportunities for former activists and struggle heroes, thought leaders, business people, legal experts, acclaimed entertainers, and sports stars. The university takes pride in almost 1 million alumni, with 10 alumni chapters internationally making their mark in diverse fields and capabilities. Some of the noteworthy alumni include President Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, who is also the Chancellor and custodian of the university's Calabash Awards, current President Cyril Ramaphosa, former South African Reserve Bank Governor Joe Marcus, and current one, Lesetja Kganyago. Internationally, Reserve Bank governors of Eswatini and Namibia, to name but a few. At Unisa, the World Wide Web is our educational playground, but we also have beautiful and impressive campuses. Unisa's Makelneuk campus is located in the city of Tshwane and is a major landmark of the capital city. The Florida campus in Johannesburg is Unisa's science campus, housing state-of-the-art infrastructure and laboratory equipment. Unisa has 6 regional hubs including Ethiopia and multiple centers across the country. We have embraced the fact that we need to adapt quickly to the fast-paced higher education environment of the 21st century, and this is reflected in our management style and leadership practice. In articulating her vision, the new Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, the first black woman to be appointed at the helm of Unisa, Professor Puleng Linkabola, shared that Unisa is well placed to address society's most demanding challenges by using research to meaningfully transform the lives of those in our communities. To this end, Unisa is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in Unisa's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. Unisa's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and Square Kilometre Array. Unisa has been extensively involved in the $1 billion Square Kilometre Array project since 2012. The Unisa Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems, involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, Unisa's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or pharmaceutical studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO Unisa Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, womanist, Busadi theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. Unisa is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. Unisa's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As a comprehensive open-distance e-learning institution, Unisa is recognized as a serious player in research globally. From publication and journal output to the number of master's and doctoral graduates, we are moving forwards and upwards. Unisa has made substantial progress in research and innovation, as evidenced by several external and credible scientific ranking systems, with the latest ones, the 2023 Webometrics and Shanghai rankings, placing us in the top 10 universities in the country. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, we can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be.
The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area, where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area, where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Thank you. Let us sit down. Good evening. All right, I'm not so sure whether it's a sign that you are not welcome, but I'll try again. Good evening. Thank you. Molweni. Sanibonani. Trovela. Nda. On behalf of the University of South Africa, I would like to welcome you all to this session, ceremony number 16, session number 69 of 2024. Namkelekile. My name is Professor Moloko Sepota. I'm the acting university registrar, and I'll be acting as the Vice-Chancellor this evening. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this great event for the University of the Land, for your university. This is the university where great futures are created. I'm here carrying and conveying happy and proud greetings of our Chancellor, His Excellency President Dr. Thabo Mbeki. Similarly, the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Dan Musia, and the Council of the University also send their warm greetings and wishes as well. Receive also our greetings from our Principal and Vice Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabula, in whose place I'm standing now. The executive management team, all colleagues from the university, are here today to come and celebrate with you, to come and witness this occasion, and to come and honor our graduates to be this evening. Everyone would have loved to be here, but they have to run the university on a minute-to-minute business. Their schedules make it impossible for them to be here at this juncture. However, the colleagues you see here on stage as the academic procession are proud academics and professionals who have done a great job, and they are here representing all university members. Let me indicate that we are accompanied by colleagues from the graduation division, colleagues from Department of Institutional Advancement, colleagues from Multimedia, colleagues from Unisa Radio, colleagues from Protection Services, colleagues from Facility Management, colleagues from Campus Clinic, colleagues from the Registrar's Office, and colleagues from different colleges. And as I indicated, all the colleagues that you see here on stage represent the entire university community, and they're here to support you. Special word of welcome to our parents, our spouses, sponsors, family members, relatives, and friends who accompanied our guests here this evening. Some of them following these proceedings on YouTube. It always feels so good to know that there's someone who genuinely shares in your joys and your concerns. We do not believe in luck, but I'm tempted to say to you, parents, family members, and friends, that you are so lucky to have your loved ones coming here to graduate this evening. As a university, our joy is in having experienced your resolve and strength as you battled to build up these graduates to be. You have not enjoyed the luxuries of life that floated right before your very eyes. For you, the focus, I believe, was always on contributing meaningfully for the creation and achievement of this special day. And after all the sweat, tears, and broken bones, you are here at last. And I want to say to you, you are free to express your inner joy. This is your day. I would like, on behalf of Unisa, to thank you for everything that you have done for the achievements of these graduates to be. We thank you for making it possible for all of us to gather here this evening to celebrate what our beautiful graduates managed to achieve. And I want to say to you, As a university, we will never ever take that for granted. We appreciate that, and I want to say to you, your sacrifice have never gone unnoticed and will never go unnoticed. Please keep it up. Even in future, continue to support them. They told me that they would love to come back. We know that you struggled, but we know that you are willing and prepared to assist them to come back. Please continue to do that. To our graduates and diplomates, welcome to this session. We are here to celebrate the milestone that you have reached. Today is the date that should become a fountain for future anniversaries, for future celebrations, for future joyful memories. And we will join, I promise you, in all that you will be celebrating. It has definitely been a long and sometimes hard journey, the end of which is only reached by those who are resilient, those who thrive through all types of trials and hardships and sleepless nights, and those whose determination is bigger and stronger than any hurdle that was thrown into their path. I know you have been through a lot. I know you at some stage were asking yourselves whether you should carry on or not. I know you were that brave enough, you were that courageous, you were that resilient. And that is why today we are here to celebrate with you. That is why we are here today to honor you. That is why today we are here to witness as you'll be receiving your certificates and your diplomas, degree certificates and diplomas. You worked hard and you deserve that honor. Some of you may have been tempted to use the so-called assistance that some illegal third parties were offering to you. It makes us happy that you were not tempted to follow that path. We can tell you now that these temptations will not stop. Even as you go into the world of work, temptations will not stop. But we are proud. We know that you survived this one, you will also survive whatever that you are going to come across. And those of you, I believe all of you, of course, who will be coming back to continue your studies, we know that you'll still continue to experience those temptations. Well, if you open your door, it's up to you, and you do that at your own peril. You may end up losing every little thing that you have accumulated over the years, that you struggled to accumulate, perhaps even that you used your parents, your spouses, your sponsors' last few cents to fund that. And if you go that route of being tempted, I can assure you, you are likely to lose and forfeit everything. I'm glad to announce that your time has come. You have arrived not only to receive your qualification proudly and formally in this important ceremony, but also to take up your rightful places in the further dispensation of knowledge and skills. Obtaining a qualification through Unisa, parents, spouses, and family members is not as simple as people are saying out there. You can ask them. With Unisa, you are on your own, unlike other institutions. You study through distance learning modes. Some of you, we are aware that you are working. Some of you, we are aware that you are family members. And some of you, we are aware that you are mothers and single mothers. and you still have to submit your assignments. You still have to be alone in your corner wherever you are to ensure that you submit that assignment. So, getting your degree with Unisa, you might be hearing many stories out there, fabricated stories. Well, some might be true, but the majority I can tell you, those are fabricated stories, and it is not true what they tell you about the qualifications of these graduates. They can say that themselves. I'm not their lawyer. And I'm saying this being mindful that other institutions are now following in the footsteps of Unisa. I'm proud to indicate that Unisa contributes immensely towards educating the nation. I'm saying this, and I want to inform you that by the end of this season, that is starting from 10 April up to 4 June, Unisa shall have conferred just above 40,000 certificates. I'm further proud to say that during this beautiful African month, Unisa will tomorrow be conducting its first graduation ceremony in Eritrea. That is part and parcel of our social justice mandate. So it was not a wrong decision for you colleagues. You are now my colleagues. It's not a wrong decision that you chose Unisa to be your academic home. That one I can assure you. You need to be proud of that. We are proud of you. Many of you graduates and diplomats will be moving sooner or later into the real world of work, and some of you for the first time of parenthood. You'll be moving to places where you will lead, but you'll also be led. And you'll be moving into the times where your future can be made or destroyed. Bear that in mind. I want to speak away negatives in your life henceforth. I want to speak success to you. I also want to talk about becoming and remaining successful. So much has been written about how people can be highly motivated and effective. So much has been said about how we can all be very successful. These concepts have been unpacked and debated and discussed. Many of them have stood the test of time. I would like to let you know that success is like a bottomless mug of coffee. It never reaches a stage where we can declare that success is now out of stock. Success opportunities are ever flowing and so abundant. You just have to go out there and craft and find and keep yours. Covey advises us that for one to be successful, one must start first by being proactive. He advises us to be in control or to create a situation rather than responding to it after it has occurred. There is thoughtfulness, there is foresightfulness involved in this. In a constant manner, you have to make choices that are well thought through. Such thinking would need to be based on values. Doing something that carries no value is just as bad as doing nothing. So keep your eyes on the ball, that which your game is all about. Your newly acquired knowledge has transformed you, and you can never be the same. There is so much pressure that is thrown on your shoulders now as you'll be receiving your certificates. You are now expected to be and you need to become a change agent. Your proactive actions and nature will never be enough if you do not become an agent of change. Change the reactive habits that have been passed on you or those that you acquired along the way. Stop the passing down of bad habits, especially to your children. Pass on the good habits to both your children and all the future generations. Remember, as Africans, when we talk about children, we are not only referring to your biological children. All children are yours. Bear that in mind always. Create futures, yours and many others. You have the power to rise out of and above whatever may have been passed on to you or what you have learned and even enjoyed in the past. Be proactive in dismantling the building blocks of reactiveness. Be proactive in resolving ongoing challenges that the society is facing. Be proactive in dismantling the ills, the corruption, the maladministration that is going on each and every corner of our lives. I believe you'll be more confident and assured to immediately impact yourselves, your family, your community, and the country at large. The action may seem small to you, but to the rest of us, it will be immense. Michel advises us that it is not what happens to you in life, but it is what you do about what happens to you in life. There is definitely expiry date for things to stop happening on you and around you or to you. Some of these you do not even have control over. If what happens to you is some kind of setback, find ways to make it a triumph. Always find ways to make lemonade out of lemon wherever you go. Take control of that situation and turn it to your benefit. If we throw stones and bricks at you, use those stones and bricks to build a mansion that we don't own. When COVID-19 hit the world, pharmaceutical companies did not go and whimper in a corner, embarrassed that they had no answer to the virus. Instead, they regrouped and started searching for solutions and studying various options. They were not too distracted by the fact that thousands of people were dying daily. They kept their eyes on the ball to find a vaccine and to save many more lives. Now, I'm not advocating that you should not care about the damage happening around you or that you should trample on other people. You have to remain sensitive and aware and play by the book, but always find a solution. Remember that it is not the situation that is very bad. It is your inaction that becomes very bad. We all know there is abuse that is rife in this country, and we should all be putting shoulders to the wheel to change this situation. There are women who abuse daily. Gentlemen, I'm not in any way trying to refute the fact that you are also being abused. Children are abused just as frequently. Our elderly are abused. Workers are abused. Students are abused. The emotional and physical scars run very deep. It is not as if we have to remain in this negative state of affairs. Whatever and wherever the abuse is happening, please, as a Unisa graduate, rise up, speak up, Talk to someone who can assist or guide you. Take the initiative and do something. Say something about it. We expect it from you. That's why I said today there's too much pressure that is going to be thrown on your shoulders. You are a graduate. We expect you to come up with solutions. Keeping it to yourself and letting it remain a secret will only perpetuate abuse. This only makes abuse bigger and fatter. It should not be. Ubuntu says we are inextricably bound to one another. If one amongst us is affected, we all are affected. Let us do something about these types of things without prodding. In closing, may I encourage you to always have the proactive and can-do attitude. Have the initiative and follow up on options and to act without delay. Do not wait for something to be delivered to you on a silver platter, be it a job, a promotion, or a better salary. Do something about it yourself. Be persistently creative and innovative. Know that you are great and continue to grow your greatness. Your being here today is a sign of how well things can and will continue going for you if you show up. Be courageous and smart. Use the mental and physical resources that you have been favored with to your maximum benefit. Collaborate with others. Be in a group that is alive with possibilities. Remember, Helen Keller says, and say this to yourself daily, so much has been given to me. I have no time to ponder that which has been denied. You will soon be invited to the stage, and as you come up to this stage, as you walk on this red carpet, have that extra bounce in your step that reflect that you have achieved and you are not apologizing to anyone. It is your moment. It is a proud moment. Walk it proudly. Before I come back to our parents, let me introduce the colleagues that will be officiating this evening. We have got Professor Morashwa, who will be acting as the registrar this evening. And we have got Mr. M.J. Nkwang, the Regional Director of Northeastern Region, with his entourage here on stage. And we have got Professor G. Baloi, who is representing College of Graduate Studies. We have got Professor O.J. Gole, the Executive Acting Dean for the College of Law. We have got Professor M.J. Madise from the College of Human Sciences, Director of the School of Humanities. And we have got from Economics and Management Sciences, Professor T.E. Nenjelele, Director, School of Public and Operations Management. We have Dr. N.V. Muraga, Director, School of Management Sciences. And we will be having shortly Professor Nenjelele speaking to us. Parents, I wanted to request one big favor from you. It is our tradition as an institution that we give you freedom to celebrate successes of your children, spouses, and friends and loved ones this evening. Praise them as you deem fit. You relate as loudly as you wish. But our request is, please do not leave your seats. We only have 2 hours and we need to finish on time because we are aware that some of you have slaughtered already. You need to be back home on time. So let us please give space for these graduates. They all want to hear their names being pronounced. If we ululate and dance forever, leaving our seats, I can promise you we'll be here till 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And we don't want that. So please remain in your seats throughout the session. And unless it is completely impossible to do so, we request that you not leave the hall. Let us be here and celebrate our students. And I said to your children, they are all your children, whether biologically or not, they all want to be celebrated. Let us please celebrate them. And you are welcome. I thank you. Enjoy the rest of the event. It is now an honor for me to introduce and welcome Professor Nenjelele to come and give the Chancellor's address. Over to you, Prof.
In absentia, Honorable Dr. Thabo Mbeki, our University Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor of Unisa, Prof. Puleng Ligabula, Acting Vice Chancellor, Prof. Siputa, Executive Deans of colleges, Directors of schools, Chairs of departments, Council members, the colleagues from the graduation office, our security officers, families and friends of our graduates and diplomats, good evening. That is not loud enough for a graduation. Good evening. Thank you so much. All protocols observed. As introduced by the Acting Vice Chancellor, I am Professor Chirizi Nenjelele, and I'm located in the College of Economic and Management Sciences, and I'm the Director of the School of Public and Operations Management. Today is the day we have all been waiting for. It may have taken 3, 4, 5, 7, or even 10 years, but it has finally arrived. The graduation day. I would like to congratulate our graduates and diplomats who are seated on my left. You have worked very hard and you really deserve a big round of applause. My Chancellor's address is very short because I do not like to delay you any longer. I know you have been waiting for this occasion for so many years, and it is here. I have entitled my address, Entrepreneurship, the Key to Triple Challenges of Poverty, Inequality, and Unemployment. You have completed your qualifications. The question that we may ask is, so what? Let me give you some bad statistics. It was recorded and reported beginning of 2023 that 716,000 graduates with qualifications have registered and applied for SASSA grant of 350. It has been recently reported that unemployment rate has increased from 32.1% to 32.9%. That's again some bad statistics. Thirdly, it is well known that South Africa is one of the most unequal countries in the world. And I want to challenge our graduates and diplomats that you need to assist our country to solve these triple challenges that I've spoken about. How do we solve these problems or these challenges? I challenge you to be a problem solver. I challenge you to identify a gap in your community and come up with a solution to bridge that gap. I challenge you to register for a profit or a non-profit business or organization. Grow your business and be able to employ other people. You will thus be reducing the unemployment rate that I have spoken about. And in so doing, when you employ others, you will contribute towards the reduction of poverty and inequality. As a University of South Africa, we are considering offering entrepreneurship as a compulsory module in all qualifications. This is because we believe we must produce graduates that are not only employable, but are entrepreneurial. Moreover, we have found that this is the norm in other universities across the globe. We want students to graduate after laying their feet at Silicon Valley, like the South African-born Elon Musk, who has found companies such as Tesla, SpaceX, The Boring Company, PayPal, and recently bought Twitter and renamed it X. By the way, the Tesla Cybertruck is now available on the streets of the US. And that truck, when I first looked at it, it seemed like it was impossible to make it a reality. But with business, nothing is impossible. We believe we have equipped you with the knowledge good enough for you to think entrepreneurship. In all your thinking, and this might sound biblical, think entrepreneurship. Our former late President Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it is done. It will seem impossible to start a business, but it becomes easier as soon as you started it. Customers will tell you what they want from your business. Thus, your customers will help you to build your business. You have what it takes. And yes, you can do it. You can run a successful business. You can be mentioned amongst billionaires in the world. And it starts with just an idea. And the idea may seem impossible, but it becomes easier as soon as you've started. I want to do something that is unusual and request our graduates and our diplomats to repeat after me. And this is because I believe that if you want to be successful, you must make a promise to yourself that you will never break. So, our graduates and our diplomats, please repeat after me. I promise I will work hard. I will never give up. I will do my best. I will dream big. I will stand tall. I will succeed. I will be strong. This promise is coming from I Promise School that was started by LeBron James, a basketball player. And I want to close here and say once again, congratulations, congratulations, Congratulations.
Nenjelele, for your inspiring talk. You heard what Professor Nenjelele said. He's not only advising you to be entrepreneurs, he's also saying to you they will be coming with a module that is going to be compulsory for all. Because you promised me that you're coming back, you can still register for that module so that you can be able to be successful. And we heard of the depressing statistics that Prof shared with us, that of unemployment. That is why he's advising you to take this route of creating jobs and not to be job seekers. And by so doing, you'll be addressing the three challenges that he spoke about, which is poverty, inequality, and unemployment. But I also like what he did, because he made you promise your parents that you are making a promise that you are not going to break, that you are going to make sure that you'll be successful. Professor Nenjelele, thank you so much for your inspiring talk. I think you are not only talking to the graduates, but to the parents and us as well. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly make this request again, that please do not leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. By virtue of powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of colleges to present the candidates to me.
Look at the camera. Stand here and look at the camera.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Mamela Eunice Malindi receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Theology Honours. Mandla Raphael Nkunu, Humphrey Vuiswa Ngongolo, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Florisha Bailey,
Ain Kuchulwa, Nolita Mildred Ngalo Bottoman, Siposihle Tumani,
if you can look at the camera. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nwabisa Nyikana Nkangeni receives the degree of Bachelor of Laws.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Obisa Boy. Antonesia Benesia Cotier. Taryn Daniels. Tanya Sarah Jonas. Zuziwe Abessinia Mbangi. Lindelwa Mdatu. Nondumiso Mkibisa. Kikizwa Ngangani. Siasanga Iris Nohochana. Nolvuyo Charlie. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Kunyiswa Kendi Kuchwa. Sinelizwi Nonkazimulo Madabani. Vuyokazi Abigail Plakis. Yonelwa Sodumo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Akona Dlelengana. Nonkazimulo Jonas. Sima Daniel Kale. Enough Mdumandeni. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Nadia Decker. Notemba Josh Stitali. Nomvuyo Kobo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Onga Makalima receives the degree with distinction. Zama Makungo. Siabonga Mgogo. Ntombika Ise Mkuyana. Tembisa Ndlebe. Lungelo Nkosha. Shante Natalie Samson. Kanyisa Chongweni.
Is it Nita or Nita?
Nita Bango. Liam David McDougall. Likanyise Zabatembu Koleka, the degrees obtained with distinction. Putuma Fandesi. Tashni Matrus. Kami Joan Nazar. Kolelwa Agnes Sanda.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Iviwe Baduza. Nontokozo Rebecca Tlongwa. Okuhle Sandisiwe Jadezweni. Chumani Vuyoletu Losi. Sianda Lufuso. Nobekezela Madikizela. Lita Makapela. Kolisa Frank Maliswana. Ayanda Mapelo. Oletu Benenge. Koliswa Jacqueline Bundimi. There's a picture. Nosishe Mugwibisa, diploma obtained with distinction. Tulisile Mpeteni, diploma obtained with distinction. Atenkosi Mpendulo. Patricia Nokubelela Mponchana. Diploma is obtained with distinction. Kuhle Luyolo Mtingwana. Ntombencha Poswa. Panagiota Pamela Tsesmelis. Hombisa Zono.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received their postgraduate diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Ntuseng Ledwaba. Tabisa Lepaila, the diploma is received with distinction. Zamatenza Sbongile Magodla. Bongiwe Poshia Mpiake. Nomsa Mkwevo. Zuko Nzeta, the diploma is obtained with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receives the diploma. Asanda Lishe Matika. Pamela Mwetapeli receives the diploma with distinction. Dr. Mbovuyo Nap. Ola Pumelo.
Thank you. Look at the camera. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their diploma in the College of Law. Daphne Duplessis. Okay. Lizo Sogoni.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Sinazo Siambuka Dikana. Yamkela Goduga. Amanda Mpange. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the national diploma. Ntombikaise Gushman. Mandisa Zigoto.
Thank you. That was so nice. Are you convinced? If you are parents, let's please stand up and congratulate the brand new graduates. Thank you. Graduates, you are so blessed. It's very rare these days to find someone who loves and cares about you. And you are sure that your loved ones really do. That's why they decided to stand up and congratulate you for that. Congratulations once more on your achievements. This moment signals another new moment in your life. There's no turning back now. The only way is forward. As you know, the world out there is very much unforgiving. Breaking into a new world market is a problem itself. In fact, the old job as we knew it is slowly becoming a thing of the past. This is across the world. It's not only in East London, it's not only in Eastern Cape, it's not only in South Africa, it's across the world. However, new opportunities are springing up every day. For those whose eyes are peeled and ready to see, for those whose ears can receive note and information, the only way is to move forward. The only way to success is to be agile and awake, to be hardworking, to keep up with the new trends and shifts in life. Those who stand up and keep awake the longest will enjoy the biggest benefit and joy. I want to tell you now that many of you are going to break into areas and ideas that no one has ever thought of. I was listening to the colleagues the other day talking about this and that. Someone was saying, there's no business thought that has never come to my mind. He said, recently I even thought of opening a police station. Some of you are going to innovate and make South Africa see new things and appreciate huge opportunities that exist in this country. Amongst you, I see doctors, I see professors, I see registrars, I see principals, I see CEOs, I see CFOs, I see judges, I see governors, I see many other things. I see business developers, I see growers and owners, I see leaders, not only leaders, but faithful, honest leaders with integrity. I see those leaders who are going to put our country where it should be in terms of economic growth, in terms of social cohesion, in terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of technology, engineering, and everything. Become opportunities yourselves. Keep in touch with each other, especially with your university. It needs you to educate many more students out there. Together, we'll be able to support each other, grow each other, thrive together, and we will make a positive difference in this dark, inhuman world. Now that you belong to a notable group of over 1 million individuals who were part of this journey earlier and who walked across this stage, you have to keep in touch with one another. You have to support your institution. You have to continue its long tradition of educating the masses out there. Indeed, your university educates masses out there. At the moment, we've got 360,000 registered students up to now. We are still busy registering at least up to the end of July for this year. We hope, we pray, we believe that by the end of this registration session, we shall have registered at least 400,000 students. We need your support to educate those masses. You are now Unisa graduate with attributes that should make a call. The call should be, what can I do for you? What can I do for my family? What can I do for my institution? What can I do for my country? What can I do to my fellow mankind? How best can I serve? Remember the saying that whoever is the greatest among you is the servant. Greatness is found in serving and not in selfishness. Indira Gandhi says there are two types of people: those who work and those who take the credit. And she says we must belong to the first group because competition is very tough in the second group. So go out and work and don't expect any credit. If it comes to you, it's a plus. Go out and work. Madiba MJ also says, we are here to work, and the service that you render to others is the rent you pay for being alive. Go out and be servants. Go out and serve. But before you go out, I'm going to request you to look in those scrolls. We are not sure what is in that scroll. Look in that scroll and take whatever is in there. Graduates, do you hear me? Open that scroll and show us what is in that scroll. I doubt if our graduates understand what I'm saying. All right, hold that thing that is in your scroll in your right hand. Stand up, face your parents, your loved ones, your relatives, your family, and show them what is in that scroll. If you can wave whatever is there, they'll see. And I think we can stand up, all of us, and do that. No, graduates, I never said to you, sit down. Parents, we are happy for you. You paid so heavily for the piece of paper that is in that scroll. I can assure you, parents, that my colleagues on stage here told me that they believe, they have confidence in your children, in your loved ones. That is why they are here, to come and witness as they receive those certificates. And I can assure you, parents and loved ones, those certificates are worth it. All Unisa certificates are quality certificates. And I want to say to your loved ones, as you go out, please use those certificates with pride and confidence. You worked for that, you deserve that, you know what it means to be a Unisa graduate. Now, having said that, you are never alone on this journey. There were people who assisted you throughout your journey. People who, like you, were burning the midnight oil. You know, parents, sometimes you think that professors know everything. Professors don't have to read. I can assure you, they don't sleep, these people. As much as you see your loved ones burning the midnight oil, that's exactly what they are doing. It's almost, when we leave here, it will be almost 8 or 9 o'clock. I can assure you they will be working until 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, in the morning, preparing to assist some of these and those that are behind them. They are proud of their certificates. They are proud of their products. That is why they are here to witness and to celebrate with them. So, graduates, can we please just wave in the direction of, I said these people on stage represent the entire university community. Whoever that you communicated or came into contact with, I am not saying you didn't have challenges. Some of us did not respond to your emails. Some of us did not take your phone calls. I know you like that. You know that we are not monsters. Can we please thank these colleagues here on behalf of the entire university community? Let's wave in that direction. Thank you. You may please sit down. And I want to say to you, now that you are now becoming, you joined now an illustrious circle of excellence. You joined many others who went before you, great men and women. And we expect you to do the same. We expect you to learn from them You can think in terms of Dikgang Moseneke, Judge Dikgang Moseneke. You can think in terms of the late Desmond Bishop Tutu, may his soul rest in peace, and many others. They've gone through this stage before, and you see they are making a mark, or they made a mark during their lifetime. So it's your opportunity now to go and follow in those footsteps and make sure that you also contribute. I told you that tertiary institutions are mandated to go out and educate the masses. I told you that we're expecting over 400,000 registered students for this year. They cannot do it alone. The university cannot do it alone. We need you. You were lucky because they sold their last cows, they sold their last sheep, they sold their last everything to make sure that you are here on that chair today. So it's now your turn to go and make sure that those less fortunate who couldn't study, who couldn't accompany you till this point because they did not have the funds, this is an opportunity for a golden opportunity for you to go and assist those. Please just go out, adopt only one person. I know some of you are not yet working, but those of you who are working, please go out and adopt only one person. Assist that person financially to ensure that that person next year is sitting where you are, graduating. Those of you who are not working, you have gone through the difficult system, the online system, invigilator apps, and many other things. People don't understand how much you love an invigilator app. We also love it. Go out and assist those that are in the system, those that are currently struggling to navigate their way through the invigilator app and any other online system. So go out and serve. You don't need money to serve. We all need you to go out and serve so that you partner with your institution and you educate the masses. By the way, some of your parents here told me that they also wanted to study, but they did not have time and money to study because they paid everything that they owned to you so that you can be here. Parents, relatives, neighbors, we are opening our application system very soon and we'll be registering in July. I expect to see your applications. I expect to see you registering. I expect to see you sitting on these chairs next time we come to Eastern Cape. This is your opportunity. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I'll request you to stand up for the singing of the national anthem. The words are on page 17 of your program. After that, I'll request you to remain standing to enable me to dissolve the congregation. After that, I'll request you again to remain standing to allow the academic procession to leave the hall. Shall we please stand up for the singing of the national anthem? by virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.